On October 14th, 2012, Felix Baumgartner officially reached an altitude of over 128,000 feet. His ascension took approximately 2.5 hours. His launch site was here, and his landing site was here. He landed 44 miles east of his launch site. According to the globe model, at the equator, the ground is allegedly rotating at 1,037 miles per hour. At the 33rd latitude, where Felix was located, the Earth is supposedly rotating at 867 miles per hour. So, if the ground was rotating at 867 miles per hour, then Felix should have landed roughly 2,000 miles to the west in the Pacific Ocean. Obviously, he didn't land in the Pacific Ocean. He actually landed 44 miles east of his launch site. That's the same direction as the Earth's supposed rotation, and absolutely the wrong direction. The alleged rotation of the Earth did not affect Felix's 2.5-hour ascent to that extreme altitude 1 iota. The globe propagandists want you to believe that the rotation of the ground somehow transferred all of its motion to the air above it, as though air constitutes a solid block stuck to the ground. They also must claim even the thinner upper layers of the atmosphere miraculously speed up to keep up with the ground below, as though the air can be connected to the ground like spokes on a bicycle wheel. The globe claim is patently absurd. In reality, the ground cannot effectively transfer its motion to air. Moreover, the layer of air close to the surface cannot then transfer its motion to the air above it, and so forth. If the Earth did spin as claimed by the globe model, this would result in a 1,000 mile per hour westerly wind, making life impossible. According to Dr. Carl Schofer, but we know of no body the parts of which have much less connection with each other than is the case with the air. The air layer next to the Earth, really dragged along by the communicated motion, would not be able to communicate its motion to the layers above it, for the simple reason that it stands in no connection with them. These upper layers must therefore remain in their place, or, which would signify the same thing, would apparently flow westward with the same rapidity with which the Earth is said to rotate to the east. Now, since the point on the equator, if the Earth rotates on its axis in a day, must move eastward at the rate of 1,250 feet a second, the air would similarly move 1,250 feet westward in a second, which would more than 10 times surpass the velocity of the most fearful hurricane. We cannot perceive the rotation of the Earth in any way. We cannot demonstrate it. There are no air currents which we can justly regard as, or even supposed to be, consequences of this rotation. These facts ought to be proof enough against the existence of the rotation of the Earth. Must it not appear almost absurd in us, preoccupied by what they have taught us in school, to accept a theory of the rotation of the Earth which neither is nor can be proven? Must we not wonder at the readiness of the learned of nearly the entire world, from the time of Copernicus and Kepler, to accept the conception of the rotation of the Earth, and then search afterwards, now for nearly 3.5 centuries, for arguments to maintain it, but of course without being able to find them? Without reasonable question, the Earth is stationary, and Felix Baumgartner proved the same.